I'm saying that most meditation will save you. Oh, you expect to be saved forever? No. If one's physician is God's light, however, fevers and old age cannot harm one ever. Yeah, and this one woman from the New York Times she was like geriatric, what do they call that, the end of life, though? She's like an old, like those, old age physician for people old and dying and stuff. But she was saying that she was having a kid at 41 or something. And she was saying that normal, healthy people, that people who observe healthy lifestyle and all that stuff, as opposed to ones that don't live, they can live like 10 years longer. And that's the general wisdom is here. So you'll live 10, you could be 10 years longer. Than unhealthy people. Weakness there is like drunkard's weakness. He ignites through weakness Rustam's jealousy. If he dies, his bones soak in savor learning. Yeah, if I die by practicing dying daily in meditation, my bones soak in savor and learning. Yeah, so I'm able to soak up this stuff in this poetry and understand it if I do long-term meditation. If he dies, his bones soak in savor learning. His atoms float in rays of light and yearning. Yeah, I float my atoms. I've been floating around in this podcast. His atoms float in rays of light and yearning. Those lacking this are orchards lacking fruit. With autumn will turn over and uproot. Which autumn will turn over and uproot. Yeah, if you are a tree or if you lack meditation, those lacking in meditation, those who lack practicing long-term, consistent with regularity meditation, those lacking this are orchards lacking fruit. Which autumn will turn over and uproot. Roses don't last, only the blackthorns stay. Yeah, you could actually get roses, but then keep the blackthorns. Yeah, why don't you do that as a reminder? Oh, that's not hard to find dead roses. Should be good for, you could collect thorns. Yeah, I could give my wife roses and then I can keep the blackthorns. Roses don't last, only the blackthorns stay. Roses turn flat and yellow just like hay. Oh God, what do the orchard once commit for all its fine ropes to be stripped from it? It saw itself, and that's a poisonous vial. Beware those of you who are now on trial. Yeah, this is, you may be trying this podcast as a trial podcast. Young beauties who made lovers weep one day. Young beauties who make lovers weep one time, repulse the whole world now. What was their crime? Their crime was wearing robes that were on loan and claiming that those fine robes were their own. Yeah, these women on the beach, they'll claim that they're beautiful and that's them. And their beautiful body is me. And that's a crime. Their crime was wearing robes that were on loan and claiming that those fine robes were their own. We take them back so you will know for sure. The stack is ours as scraps go to the pure. So each knows that the robe was just a loan. From being sun a single ray alone. that beauty, power, grace, and virtue too came here from beauty's sun for all to view. The light of the sun, which is very far, turns back from these walls onwards like a star. Once it has finally managed to get back, the walls will lose their light and then look back. Actually look black. What stunned you in the faces of the fair is the light, sun's light through colored glass brought there. The multicolored glass displays that light as being multicolored to our sight. But when that lens is not here to view through, the colorless light then will dazzle you. Get used to viewing with no lens that light. So when the lens breaks, you won't lose your sight. For you, book knowledge easily satisfies. Through someone else's lamp, you have lit your eyes. He'll take away the lamp so you can know. You are a borrower and can't bestow. If you have tried and given thanks, don't fret, he'll give 100-fold back to you yet. Yeah, I have my wife give thanks. She has to give thanks. She does it for the meals when we eat and when we are going away in the car, when we arrive back, if we. So and then he gives back 100-fold. So I'm giving back 100-fold in this podcast. Okay.
Pow! Punga! Puga! Pow!
Are you praying so you'll be given back 100-fold, or why are you praying for? You trying to get rich from prayer? If you have tried and given thanks, don't fret. He'll give back. He'll give 100-fold back to you yet. Weep blood now, though, if you have not been grateful. Yeah, I'm worried about not being grateful, so that's why I make my wife give thanks. Like, she has to, about 10 times a day or something. Otherwise, I'll weep blood. Weep blood now, though, if you have not been grateful, because that beauty's rid of the ungrateful. Yeah, the beauty gets rid of the ungrateful. He makes the works of the ingrates go missing. Yeah, and if I was ingrateful, he'll make my works go missing. Oh, is that where you lose something, or He makes the works of the ingrates go missing. He leaves the righteous one's states worth increasing. Yeah, I'm trying to get my state of meditation to increase. Oh, wow. Well, you should be increasing it. I mean, it doesn't seem like yours is increasing very much. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm increasing the number of podcasts until Are you doing the dolce now? Oh, yeah, you're moving right along. All right, as soon as you finish. Yeah, so he makes the works of infidels. He makes the works of infidels increasing. Quran 47:1-2. Well, I don't know if that's the full phrase, but something is increasing. Who's increasing? I'm increasing my podcast. Goodness is lost to all ungrateful men. Yeah, if I'm not grateful, then all the goodness is lost. Oh, you mean yeah, I could see that. Goodness is lost to all ungrateful men. They will not see a trace of that again. Uh-oh. If I'm not grateful for my meditation, I won't have another one. I won't have another good meditation. Oh, my God. Goodness is lost to all ungrateful men. They will not see a trace of that again. Gratitude, selflessness, and kind affection. Yeah, you have to have kind affection. All that is such that there's no recollection. In greats, he led their deeds to us, alluding to each sought-out goals bright when they're pursuing. The grateful loyal ones are the exception. Awaiting them is a the most grand reception. Yeah. And I'm practice gratitude, and I practice being grateful, and I practice continuous gratitude, and I make my wife say gracias Dios. And if we say that all day long, and we have no time to pray to pray for thanks. Yeah. Oh. So you're drowning out your desires with gratitude. The grateful royal ones are the exception. Awaiting them is a most grand reception. Yeah, so I'm expecting that they make a most grand exception for me. Up in the heavens and stuff. And you expect that? Lost fortune can't give strength now. Yeah. You expect that you lost your fortune. You think you're going to get strength from having lost your fortune in the stock market. And just because you lost money, you think you're going to get strong. Lost fortune can't give strength now. So how could it? Future fortune gives special benefit. Lend now some of your fortune, God said. Lend. Oh, I have to do lending. Lend. What am I lending to? Is that banking? What are you talking about? I thought he was against lending. Lend. He led their deeds to us. Lend. Quran 73:20. Quran 73:20. You don't understand anything about the Quran. Lend now some of your fortune, God said, lend. You'll see 100-fold thus in the end. Reduce what you consume. Yeah, stop eating so much. Yeah, you need portion control. Why don't you skip a meal? Reduce what you consume for your own gain, for Kasar's pool is what you can attain. Yeah, they talk about not eating too much all the time. Rumi's like that. How can the captured prey of fortune flee? One who pours droughts of pure fidelity. God gladdens them. He makes good their condition. Yeah, he's going to make good my condition in this podcast. He makes good their condition. Yeah, he's going to provide me with air conditioning. Yeah, does that make it good? I thought you didn't like air conditioning. He makes good their condition. And he returns to them what they had given. God says, bait, raiding Turk, get back again. What you have plundered from those thankful men. It does, but they won't take it anyway, since these men have acquired the old wares now. We are Sufis and have thrown our cloaks, they say. We don't take what we gambled once away. We've seen God's recompense and do not fear. Desire and need have left us, it is clear. Yeah. Do you have ongoing desires and needs? Or have they left you? I'm gonna take a shower and maybe have breakfast. Oh, okay. Desire need of left us, it is clear. We have emerged from filthy, poisonous brine to reach Gaza and all the heavenly realms. Yeah, we've emerged from the filthy brine of swimming in the ocean. I actually took a shower. Yeah, she said you took a shower. I got up at like midnight because I had swam in the ocean. I had showered off in the little shower they have by the ocean, but I hadn't soap showered, and I was still salty. But filthy, poisonous brine. Well, I thought that was good for you. We have emerged from filthy, poisonous brine to reach Kessler and all the heavenly wine. Yeah, and we haven't drank any liquor like we had our wine. There's this song I heard that's called the Soul Shine. It says, let your soul shine and soul shine. Soul shine is better than moonshine. Yeah, it's better than moonshine. Soul shine is better than moonshine.
How are you today?
Yeah, so we've been, it's also better than rain and sunshine.
You think it's gonna break?
It's better than moonshine.
It's not gonna break?
Hope your soul shine.
Then I can change it when it
That
breaks.
was like a government bill.
It comes
It's
double
such a weird
with glow.
rock and roll song. I never heard it.
So it doesn't just sort of shatter. It's built to make
It's
to
like
not
heavenly
do that,
wine
right?
to reach Kessler.
So it's up to my will.
The only problem is
You've done with others
you do
things.
inspections.
Oh.
Sometimes they see they don't give us.
Oh, okay, so maybe prior to
That's
next year,
right.
prior to inspection.
We are martyrs,
Okay.
but we have returned
Yeah, if you
to
have
fight.
you
Yeah,
do you have the
I'm
contact or
a
you arrange
martyr
it?
in the fact that
All
I
right.
die in meditation.
Maybe I'll do it.
and
No.
achieve a state of annihilation.
I need a quote, maybe.
But I have
Get a
returned to fight
price.
in this podcast. We were martyrs, but we have returned to fight. So
Get a
you
price
should
for me.
know
If you can.
that God has servants
All right.
who are combative
Yeah, I like that. I need
and will
that.
confront foes too.
All right.
Yeah, I'm very competitive, and when I'm playing
I'll see
like
ya.
playing paddleball on the beach or volleyball or tennis, I'm very competitive. Who are competitive and will confront foes too. They rip the mustache of hypocrisy and pitch their tents on forts of victory. Yeah, I haven't been camping though. But I will rip the mustache of hypocrisy. Yeah, in fact, this book I'm reading, well, it's classic in Islam that compulsion trying in religion is a sin. Oh, so then people are compulsive about it. I find it to be a sin. These martyrs have become competitive men. These captives have gained victory again. From non-existence, each raised back his head. Watch us if you are not blind, these men have said. To show sons in non-being beyond compare, and teach that suns here are mere stars in there. Yeah, the suns is just a mere star, I mean. Existence found in non-existence, how? Things hidden in their opposites somehow. Yeah, everything I'm saying, like the opposite is true in a way, so. Existence found in non-existence, how? Things hidden in the opposite of this podcast. Things hidden in their opposites somehow. God said he brings the living from the dead. Yeah, that's an opposite, I guess. If he's bringing the living from the dead. Is that an opposite? I guess if I become dead, I'll become living. How does that work? Well, that's why we learn how to do meditation. He brings the living from the dead. Quran 30:19. His slaves hope for non-being now instead. Yeah, I'm hoping for non-being now instead. His slaves hope for non-being now instead. Doesn't the sour ship
stand there?
sower with an
Right here?
empty store put all his hopes on non-being
All
to
right.
bring more? Yeah, you're in a way hoping on non-being when you plant seeds in the ground, that they'll germinate and bring more. Doesn't the sower with an empty store put all his hopes on non-being to bring more? That from non-being new crops grow on his land. If you have vision, you will understand.